The Christian songwriter, in a moment of realization that man can overcome his transient and finite nature and make a mockery of mortality, asked a telling question: Death, where is thy sting? The spirit of the songwriter was lifted and buoyed by an assurance of a life after life. And sages over time have taught in all faiths and all climes that the life hereafter is the sum of the life herein. In other words, the sum of the life herein can blunt the sting of death and make a mockery of mortality. Last Wednesday, June the 21st, 2023, High Chief Raymond Aleogho Dokpesi touched base at his Paduma Hill residence. It was a last visit on his journey to his ancestral home, Agenebode, Edo State. For many years, Aleogho had sojourned to many parts of the world. He accumulated knowledge, skills, and capacity. He established himself as a global citizen, but he was convinced that East or West, home is the best. And so with laurels, knowledge, and skills, he chose his fatherland above all other.
High Chief Dokpesi was a very, very versatile man. From his early academic exploits as a scholar in Poland with a socialist training, he returned to Nigeria to establish himself as a capitalist and an expert in the shipping business. He set up Nigeria's first shipping line before venturing into broadcasting upon the deregulation of the media business in our country.
Raymond was very passionate about our country and its future, and the future and well-being of our peoples. He believed in investing his energy, land, and resources in our dear country, Nigeria. He was convinced that our challenges, however daunting, can be overcome with the right policies, which will unify our country and create conditions for business to thrive and create opportunities and wealth for our people.
When I lost the election in 2015, you know it's not easy to lose the election as a sitting president or a sitting governor. And when I lost the election, all kinds of stories. The stories that come to you, if you don't take time, if you're somebody who is not person who reason properly, you will hit everybody around you. People will feel everybody around conspired against you. I was in that kind of dilemma, where some of the people you think that instead of you to die, they will prefer to take the bullet for you. You would think that those kind of people will even forget your name, immediately you lose the election. So I was in that kind of dilemma when my late special advisor on media and strategy, Raymond Douglas, came to me that Raymond Dokpesi says he's going to host me in the evening. How will you host somebody who has lost election? Well, that was Raymond Dokpesi. So we made a very... I mean, some of you have attended that, Senator Obi was there, attended that program. He was the very first person that made me believe that there could still be life even after losing the presidential election.
One thing that is good about Raymond was that he is completely a detribalized Nigerian, and he is at home anywhere he goes in this country. He made that mark for me, and I think he's a very good Nigerian, worthy of emulation.
I remember very well. It is there when we wanted to set up the AIT. Through my second in command, late Mike Ahidwe, he had made so many visits to Abuja to the villa in order to seek for the license to establish this outfit. I commend his efforts and all his up and doing in order to educate, inform, not only Nigerians, but indeed humanity.
I met very entrepreneurial Nigerian Dr. Raymond in 1996 as a director in a young bank. And this man came to us. If Raymond talks to you, you must lend him money. He's very entrepreneurial. And he came and told us about TV. We have never done any lending to TV. We don't know how TV is. But what he told us, we are not just trying to lend him money. People like me was asking me how I can invest. Because he blew everybody out of this. And we lent him money. And I know Ben only remembers that once he told me about the friendship with Raymond and how we sustain that. He's a wonderful man. He's a very good entrepreneur. I don't know him as a politician. I know him as somebody who dreams and wants to do something great.
Me personally, my first encounter with Chief was in the business world as an astute businessman who had big dreams and who was successful. You can take away from here that when you have your dreams, you should go for it. That's what High Chief represented. He went on from there to politics and to what I call sacrifice.
These testimonials were at the Night of Tributes on Monday, June the 19th, at the International Conference Center in Abuja. The testimonials were witness statements, beneficiaries' confessions, and associates' words of trust. They were values, legacies passed from father to son.
Was to celebrate and say and speak about my dad as I personally know him. It is nearly impossible for me to talk about a man who meant so much to me in so many different ways. High Chief was not only a source of wisdom and inspiration, he was a confidant, he was a loyal friend, a dedicated father, a father who perhaps might not always have been there due to his exigencies of time and assignments, but he always showed that he cared. When he did have time to speak and engage, and I believe with each and every one of his children, he made the time to make each and one of them feel relevant, to make them feel special, to make them feel honored, to make them feel appreciated. He gave us a foundation of self-confidence to be able to approach the world and deal with it in the way that he inspired us to. Ladies and gentlemen, my modest assignment is to really eulogize our father's legacy of resourcefulness, tenacity, intellectualism, courage, uncommon patriotism, philanthropy, and most importantly, his love for others and our dear country, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He lived, toiled, and dedicated his entire life to the greatness and glorification of the country. He was a Nigerian truly and totally. For him, there was no north, No East, no South, no East, but the great corporate entity called the Federal Republic of Nigeria. After graduation in Poland in 1973, wherein he made the black race extremely proud with a first-class degree in marine engineering and was recognized as the best graduating student in the university for 50 years, he obtained his doctorate degree at the tender age of 26. He had a very bright prospect in Poland to the extent that he was part of the Polish government delegation that received the then Nigerian military head of state, General Olusegun Obasanjo, that was on a state visit. That was when His Excellency invited him to return home. According to his patriotic mantra from the evergreen song of James Brown, "I'm black and proud," my dad obliged immediately. He returned to Nigeria and through diligence achieved so much, and so many which today are proud legacies to his name and to his memory. Much has been said about his days in shipping, but in the broadcast sector, which he revolutionized upon the deregulation of the sector in 1993-94 with Ray Power FM, Africa Independent Television, Faji FM, and yet another brand of news television which he was working on till its very dying days.
But why did High Chief Raymond Aleogho Dokpesi have to pay a last visit to his Badima Hill residence on Wednesday, June 21st, 2023? He was headed to Agenibode, his ancestral home, where the people were to give him his diadem for being a soldier of honor, a helping hand, a pathfinder, and a man who was never far from his roots. The mark of honor was overwhelming. It was infectious, and it swept through every part, every segment of Agenibode. In confidence, the people of Agenibode, family, friends, associates, and staff of Dar Communications PLC, Raymond Aleogho Dokpesi's flagship footprint ushered him before the religious judges of how he lived his life. It was a church service to consecrate and sanctify his crown of glory.
My dear sisters and brothers, today we remember our amiable father, a man of passion for the development of human society, a man who rose by the stint of hard work. I remember High Chief Raymond Aleogho Dokpesi as a jolly good fellow, a man who radiated simplicity and joy. He was happy celebrating, and today we are gathered to celebrate him. High Chief Raymond Aleogho Dokpesi was a man of so many parts. He was a trailblazer in the media world, and uncommon political juggernaut, a renowned marine engineer, a destabilized Nigerian, a humble man with humble personality. He was close to both the rich and the poor.
I judged a journey of purpose, a journey of kindness and philanthropy, a journey of uplifting the poor and lowly, and a journey of forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. High Chief Raymond Aleogho Dokpesi was declared ready and fit to be allowed to face the hosts of heaven.
My soul, it is well, it is well with my soul, it is well with my soul. Carry your camera, carry your camera.
Did death have its sting on him? Has he come to an end and therefore mortified? No. For his life has become an epistle written in the hearts of many and spoken on the lips of many more, that mortality has no victory over him. And so let his song of victory never end.
Praise to the Lord.